Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
Today, I'm going to talk about evaluation. Let us quickly run through it is spread into 3 parts. First, we will look up why an evaluation. Then we'll step on to the guidelines how an evaluation should be done in my perspective. And today we're going to speak about the regular club speeches. Why? Moving forward, during the month of January, February, club will be holding sessions wherein there will be a club contest. Evaluating a club contest speech is slightly different. While evaluating a speech which is from the prepared manual, because each one having objectives. Then we'll have a Q&A session. Done? Let's move forward? Yes. So, what is an evaluation? Anyone? What is an evaluation? Evaluating speech. So what is evaluation?
Positive feedback.
Positive feedback. Well, that's perfect. Anyone from this side? If you want to have a dictionary, this is what it is. Evaluation is systematic and objective assessment of a project, program or policy. It's design, implementation, results. Let's throw it out of the window. As simple as that, evaluation for me is reviewing a performance or an act against certain set guidelines. Simple. There will be some guidelines. Whether the person has done it is act based on that. What are the positives? What are the negatives? Simple as that. Are you with me?
Yes.
So, a person projects speech. Let me say anyone from the crowd will be, I think Swati is going to come up in the next 10-15 minutes. She's going to deliver speech. Yes? In those 5 minutes, 7 minutes, she's going to gain those confidence. At the other end of the spectrum, there is a person who is going to evaluate. He is also putting effort. So what are his benefits? He's going to sharpen his listening skills. To do an effective evaluation, you need to listen carefully. Impromptu speaking. Why? Because you are left with around 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You got to prepare a speech. An evaluation should have a body, opening, a body, the conclusion. So, you have roughly 15-20 minutes. While when you are doing a project speech, you have 2 weeks. You have a mentor to advise. Herein, you are left all alone. Notes taking. This is one of the most important things. In your professional life, this is going to help you. Critical thinking. You agree?
Yes.
When you are evaluating, you got to bring those reserve the mind so that you can have a clear-cut idea. The next is the most important, empathy. Any definition for empathy? Empathy?
Being in other shoes.
Absolutely, yes. Empathy. You've got to have that. Feel, put in other shoes. Putting yourself in other shoes. You are an evaluator today. Tomorrow you can be a speaker. So you got to be, if somebody comes in here and gives you a harsh evaluation, how you will take it? harsh. So, but storytelling, you can web, you can create those imaginary stories. Practice for the contest? Yes, this will help you. These are those benefits. Let us keep it aside. What we are going to do is the more important aspect. How an evaluation will be done. I would say there are 5 sections. You need to connect to the speaker. Let's keep this one. I will come back to this slide later. Move to the next. Step by step approach to evaluation. When somebody is given the role of evaluator, first thing you got to do is open this manual. Open this manual, and these are those objectives. Let me say project number 5. Your body speaks. By the way, TMI has done after a lot of research. It's a step-by-step progression from project number 1, project number 10. There is a progression. Number 8, project number 8 calls for using visual aids. Why didn't they put visual aids as number 3? There is a research behind it. A person has to go through all those steps. Create, for example, first project number 1. What is project number 1? Sriraj, what is project number 1? Objectives.
It's the first time a person speaks to the audience.
Brilliant, that's it. A person coming in here, he got to speak. They did not set typical objectives. Simple. Why? Project number 3, what is project number 3 calls for? Ashraf.
Deliver a speech that can communicate a specific and general purpose. Organize your speech.
Absolutely.
Strong
That is why that is when you complete project number 3, you can create a structure to your speech. There will be no opening, body, conclusion. So you can see from these examples there is a gradual progression. So this is the Bible. This is whatever you call it. When you are evaluating, the first thing you got to do is read the complete project. Understand the objectives in detail. Why a teacher to the club? You are not giving an evaluation to a specific person. While you are doing that, you are educating other club members as well. What you need to do before you start the evaluation? Discuss with the speaker. How many evaluators do we have today?
3.
Can I have the raise of hands, please? Okay. Toastmasters, what is this? Which speech are you going to evaluate?
P4.
P4. You have done the objectives?
I've done the speech, so I know what are those.
Absolutely. Yeah? You're so sure about it. You can bet on it.
Hopefully.
Good. Did you speak to your speaker? Roshan. Did you communicate?
Not yet, unfortunately I was late.
Why? Because if you do a little bit of communication, you are going to put him at ease first thing. Then you can understand where he is, at what level he is. So the entire process will be much easier. You're setting the standards, you take it from there. So the scene is set, the person, let me take for example Toastmaster Roshan. Roshan is called up here. Now what is the role of Nadeem? Nadeem ideally should have a piece of pencil, a piece of paper and pencil. And he has to note it down. What I do, all. I think I have my notes. Can you share? What I do, I carry this piece of paper for evaluation. It has strength and recommendations. Are you running short? Can you pass it? No problem. So what? This has a strengths column and the recommendation column. You can list down at least 10 points from this. How the speaker is performing on the stage. For example, how good was his opening? You can mark it down here. Was the speech with a definite opening, body conclusion? Was there a transition? You can make a note on this. Once you do this, this will be, I would say, this is a scratch pad. This is from where you can launch yourself. If you have 10 points here, you can definitely speak for 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Definitely you can speak. Agree?
Yes.
Let me say I'm asking our Toastmaster Dilip, or President. President, Toastmaster today came in here and did his opening. How do you rate it? How was his approach? Just a quick example.
Yeah, he illustrated his theme of the day through an example. So he started with the rhetorical devices.
Absolutely. That is what you can do from this. You can do the positives, negatives. Once you do this, we will come to the how you structure your speech. You can do a CRC method. CRC method is nothing but you come with a comment, then you come with a recommendation. Once again, you come to a comment. Comment, recommend, comment. It's basically a sandwich method. Recently, one of those speakers, he came in here and he started off brilliantly. I would say it was the last meeting. One of the speakers, I think who was the speaker last? Oh yes, good. Madam Toastmaster Reshma. She came in here and delivered a P2, I presume.
Yes.
P2. It was fantastic. For me, what I'm going to say is, if I was evaluating her, I would say she came in here and started off with a quote. That was eye-catching. Moving forward, she had a definite opening body conclusion. That will be your first C. That is done. Your C particular. Then your recommendation. Let me go back to her speech, I would say she was monotonous. She was speaking at same flow, same page. There were ample opportunities to change the tone, change the page. You could have done that. That would be a recommendation. One more recommendation, if you want to put, I would say the closing was abrupt. It didn't give the value to the audience. Be specific. Where she, for example, if she had missed out some line, in one of the speeches I remember a famous quote. Success is a journey. Not a destination. The speaker put it the other way around. So definitely you can make a recommendation. Coming to the final comment. You can comment once again saying it had a great value, take home value, or you would say those quotes which you used were like igniting our minds. So we have a positive, negative, the positive. And concluded, any speech, you need to have a conclusion. You need to sum it up. While you sum it up, say, Madam Toastmaster Reshma delivered an excellent speech. It had a story, was enthralling and engrossing. Madam Toastmaster Reshma, I wish you good luck. I'm hoping to see you in your future speeches. So that, what I'm doing is, I'm just lifting her up. If I don't motivate her, if I don't uplift her, the chances are that she might not come back and do the next speech. If I give a hush, I say that, oh, Madam Toastmaster Reshma, this was disaster. This didn't have any value. I'm not gonna. One of those sessions, evaluator put in black and white in his face, saying that I think you should not be delivering that speech. How do you feel? Person, I'm definitely sure that person is not going to give a speech in the next 6 months. That is against the ethos of Toastmaster. What we are doing here is mutually supportive. We need to take everyone together and we've got to have that right together. Now, regarding the time, you have around 2.5 minutes. The opening of your speech should be around 30 seconds, your intro. Your body, which is a CRC method, will be around 1.5 minutes. Why? Because you don't overshoot. If you go by these guidelines, I'm sure you're not going to overshoot. And your conclusion should be 30 seconds. Yeah? There are other methods as well. Review, reward, recommend. For me, I think CRC method is the best. For me, this point by point method basically is the entire speech is evaluated, like it is the opening, you evaluate the opening, then the body, evaluate it. And then what it does is that definitely you are going to shoot the time. You are going to shoot over. So, if you go by point, it should be too elaborate. Spray and pray, leave that. Whitewash, now I do a whitewash. There is no speech in the world which doesn't have any fault. There will be some minor things. Even the world champion speaker, when you evaluate him, you can find somewhere, some points where you can evaluate and recommend. One point which all the evaluators should notice, you are evaluating the performance of that speaker on that day at that time. Be the area director, be the champion speaker, that is out of the door, let him stay there. For you, you are evaluating his performance there. For the last 5 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever he has done, evaluate. Go for it. You have to be. Because if you do whitewash, the person is not getting anything. The other end, if you are so harsh, you are demotivating the person. So the best evaluators, what they do is they create an equilibrium wherein the positive, negative, everything comes in. After the speech, you need to fill the manual. The evaluators fill in the manual. You need to do this. You need to discuss with the speaker personally. There will be some cases wherein the speaker might have taken some gestures. For example, he said the toe, or something like that. He has done it, or some special gestures he did it, or some props which he might have used. Maybe you didn't get it. So definitely you can, after the meeting, you can have a one-on-one session and say, Toastmaster Roshan, why you did it? It is mutually beneficial because next time you can understand, you can get a grasp. Very important. Question yourself. Did you leave the speaker uplifted? And documentation. Why documentation? Anyone? Why I put that line documentation? Sorry?
For the next
See, exactly. Because this is related to your leadership role. You can fill in, and VP Education is going to monitor it, saying that yes, he has done it. Brilliant. I think that is a brief overview. Time? Where are we? I'll have 2 minutes. Any questions? 2 minutes. Any questions? Please.
So Reshma's speech, which you took as an example, she was doing her peak to it. I think in that voice modulation, do we need to comment?
No. I just took it as how we can.
Okay.
See, voice modulation is number 5.
Yeah.
Which
But can we touch upon that one in the evaluation?
we should not be doing. We are going by the objectives. We need to go by the objectives. See, some cardinal sin people make is in the project 1, you don't have to do anything. Basically, you have to come here and speak. I have seen evaluators. Oh, you had all this space here. You should have used. No, that is not what we are calling for. 5 minutes, come here and speak. Take those butterflies out of your stomach. Simple. So that is where you need to digest those objectives. Any questions?
So, where is this kind of procedure and mistake? Maybe in latest features or contest features?
Everywhere, even from P1
Okay.
to P10 or advanced. How you can relate it to the objectives, that is up to you. But this will be a scratch pad. From this scratch pad, you can develop your speech. Please.
You know, the evaluations that I have seen here, people are quoting a lot about what was said in the speech. So what happens is that they go as if we're hearing the whole speech again. So my suggestion would be that we do not need to go to the contents of the speech, rather just stick to your objectives and say how did the person deliver against those objectives.
My question to you is, how many times you will pay to watch Shah Rukh Khan cinema twice? Do you pay? I don't think.
I
For that matter, Brad Pitt or anyone. No. The first time, yes. That is why second time it loses its shine. So why do the people have to listen the same story once again? No. When you go to a contest, that will be negative marking. Because why should the people hear the same story once again? No. For me, it's no brainer. Absolutely. Yeah? What do you?